Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to learn how we can implement the factory design pattern in Rust. So the factory design pattern is basically a creational design pattern, and it provides an interface for creating objects, code, without exposing the exact creation logic. So what I mean by this is that we create a factory create, and we use NeoVim to edit it, and here we can implement it. So for example, let's say that we have what do we have? We have a factory, struct factory, and this factory is responsible for creating devices in our data center. So we can implement the factory, and we say that we want to build infrastructure. And technically, this is going to be the heart of our factory. And what we have to do is to provide it an argument. And it's going to be called hardware type, and HW type is going to be of its type, and it is going to return a box line, and it's going to be called HW. So basically what we say that we want to use heap allocation because we do not or we will not know the exact size of the object that we want to create, and we say that anything that implements the HW should be a possible return for this build infrastructure. So now what we will have to do is to say that we have an enum, and it's going to be called hardware type, and it is going to be server, switch, router, AC, storage, etc., whatever we want to build. And basically we will have to create a trait, and this trait is going to be called HW, and it will have a function defined, and let's say deploy, and it will take itself as a reference, and we are going to have a struct which is called server, another struct which is called switch, another struct which is called router, and we say that we want to implement the HW trait for server. And here what we have to do is create the deploy function, and we say that we are deploying server. And again, we will have to implement this trait for all the structs. So implement HW for switch with the fn deploy, and print line deploying switch, and we will implement the HW for router and deploy, and the print line deploying router. And once we are done with this, we should be able to take it for a test drive. So what parallel I may or may not have discovered in this case is that when we have a trait, which is called HW, with a function signature deploy, it's as if we are using ABC or abstract base classes in Python, and we say that this is the skeleton, and anyone who implements the trait called HW should be able to implement or must implement the functions defined in this signature or skeleton. And here in our factory, what we will have to do is to say that we want to match hardware type, and we say that if it's going to be an HW type server, then we will use the box new server. And if it's HW type switch, and then this is going to be a box new switch, and HW type router, it's going to be a box new router. And just to keep it simple, we are going to delete these two lines. And if everything goes well, we should be able to run our script. So hardware type. The R is missing. Good. Okay, this is going to be a comma. And save it. And we have in the deploy part on line 28 an unknown character. Good. So it seems like we don't have any major issues. So now what we can do is to create our instances. So we say that the server is going to be of factory deploy, and not deploy, but build infrastructure. Build infrastructure. And we say that the HW type is going to be server. And the switch is going to be factory build infrastructure HW type switch, and the router is going to be factory build infrastructure HW type router. So HW type server switch router, this should be okay. So it ran without any problem. So now what we can do is to go ahead and deploy our server. And switch deploy, and the router deploy. So if we run it, you can see that we are deploying server, switch, and router. And basically, it's also associated with the type state concept of Rust, because type state is going to basically encode an object's runtime state into its compile time type. And we are eliminating lots of errors by saying that, okay, this is not going to be a string which we pass, and in the string we type server or switch or router, but we restrict the possible values. And if we want to ever extend it, we can say that this is a storage server, and we say that, okay, HW type storage server box new storage server, and we have to define our struct, and we are almost good to go. We just need to implement HW for storage server, and with the fn deploy referencing self, we can say that the storage server was created. Yeah. And if we go down and we say that, okay, we want the storage server from the factory, build infrastructure, HW type storage server, and save it and run it. Okay, unused variable and storage server, matching hours without braces. That should be a comma. Okay, good. So now finally we can use the storage server deploy, and then we have extended our capabilities, and we are leveraging the factory pattern in our Rust application. And that was all I wanted to show you. See you in the next one.